Hi guys, thank you for pressing play. Thank you so much, Tribe, for being with me through this entire journey as we finished the Think Positive series. It has been absolutely amazing. I mean, from me speaking about it on YouTube to me having to practice it on a daily basis has really been, I'm going to say, a challenge a bit, because I need to practice what I'm preaching. And it seems that when you start preaching a certain thing or a certain message, and I don't mean preaching in the sense of like church, but what I'm saying is that, like, when you put out a certain message, it seems as though you experience certain things that test what you are sharing. So it's been quite a journey for me, and moving into this next topic, it has been, I don't know, a lifetime journey for me. So just to introduce myself and kind of give you an idea of who I am, what I'm about, and what this channel is about, and what Image Modified really is about. I think I just jumped in and I was like, hey, my name is Sam. Oh my gosh, positive thinking, think positive, you must think positive. I did not take time to like properly introduce myself. So I'm Sarah Felua. From the surname, I'm going to allow you to research as to where that surname comes from. Then you can comment below and let me know what you think. Anyway, I am a ball of fire. I have so much energy. My personality is just out there and I love it. I am so in love with my personality. So if you're a person who is also very bubbly and has so much energy, I'm sure you and I will get along just fine. Okay, so as I said, I'm Sarah Felua. I have a passion, a love and passion for authenticity. So what does that mean? I mean people living their authentic lives. I lived a large part of my life pretending to be something that I'm not, pretending to like things that I didn't even like people that I didn't even like. And also just, there was a huge people pleasing factor in me, right? The need to please, the need to put myself last and everyone else first. As long as they approve of me, I'm fine. They gotta approve of me. I'm nice. You gotta be nice to me because I'm nice to you. You see. So through that, I lost my sense of identity, who I was, and I started just, when you're just following the crowd or going with the flow, whatever someone says is good is what I did. Okay, so it didn't matter what it was, it didn't matter how I felt about it, whether I was happy about it, whether I was sad about it, I did it. I'd lost my identity. I didn't know who I was. I believed in things that I knew were not true for me. I knew that they were not my reality. I knew that they were not something that I would have liked to practice, or just, I didn't understand it. That kind of thing where you grow up with parents. This is an example. This is not my life. You grow up with parents and they are strictly, they're strictly religious. Doesn't matter what religion it is, but it's a strict religion that requires you to follow certain rules. And I feel like that's most religions anyway. And you find that you are born into this religion. You are not really given the opportunity to find the religion and find your higher being for yourself. So you grow up worshiping the same way that they worship, or I don't know, praying the same way that they're praying. In some religions, it's meditating the same way that they're meditating, where that higher power doesn't become your higher power. It's mommy and daddy's higher power. So you take up mommy and daddy's identity and you leave your identity behind completely. And I feel that's where it sort of starts, this identity crisis. Well, this identity crisis started for me, right? There were certain things that I saw in my surroundings that I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to be like that, because if I'm not like this, then I'm not normal. And I think that's what society and the home space does to children or to us. And look, parents are doing the best that they can, I'd like to believe. It's just that they were also taught the same way. So stepping out of that and trying to find your identity out of something that is a norm is so difficult, So I experienced a lot of like feeling out of place, feeling like I didn't belong. it was a lot, you know, like there were a lot of things that made me feel like I didn't belong in a lot of places. So I would move from one place to the next with the feeling that I know that when I move out of this space, I'm going to move into the next space, and I'm definitely going to be accepted. I'm definitely going to be loved. I'm definitely going to fit in. And when I got into that space, there's something that made me stand out. And I didn't want to stand out. I didn't want to stand there and be an individual. I wanted to fit in. And I would like to think that that's a natural child thing to do. And so I went through those motions, you know, for years, where I bent myself into a pretzel to fit in with a certain group, to fit in with certain family members, to fit in at school. So every time it felt like I had to shape myself into something else every single time, where I didn't have my own image that I could stand on, because I was trying to please so many people who wanted so many different things. To a point that in high school, there's a point where I had two names, two personalities. And this, I know people look at this and they think, wow, oh my gosh, and we look at celebrities who have two personalities and we're like, wow, this is great. Guys, that is not great. That is a coping mechanism that kids take up to cope with their environment, you know. At school, I was called a different name and I had a totally different personality. At school, I had spunk, y'all. I had that flavor. I had that spice, okay? Everybody knew me as that spicy girl, all right? By the way, I changed 12 different schools. That one school, that was like 8th grade, grade 8. That was when I was like, yeah. Here's my personality coming out. It was an amazing school for my personality. So I think at school I was called Kim. All right, my name was Kim at school, and my personality was very Kimish. All right, and I had that spunk. At home, I was Seraph, and when I was at home, I was quiet. I didn't have a voice. I didn't have a place to express myself. I was very reserved. And a lot of people would see me now, they're like, what? You were reserved. What are you talking about? Yes. Because I was then Seraph. I had to be the angel. Because that's what my name means, by the way. My name means angel. So I took up that name and I was like, you know what? At home, I'm an angel. Because I felt that whatever I was doing at school was bad. And you sort of adapt this good, bad feeling. I'm bad, the rest of the world is good. Or you adapt the I'm good, the rest of the world is bad, depending on what kind of environment you grew up in. So for me, it was a very I'm bad, the rest of the world is good. So I'll show my bad side at school only where it's appreciated, where everyone praises me for my bad actions. When I look at it now, really guys, it wasn't that bad. Anyone who knows me from school, please don't comment below. Let's just keep it here. Okay, so there's two different personalities. I'd get home, I'd be this person, and I'd get to school and I'd be that person. And it went on for some time, but it became confusing when I had to mix both worlds together. And this thing went on for quite some time where I made friends. So even after I left school, I made a lot of friends, and according to my friends' personalities and who they were, I would change myself according to that. And I'll praise myself for it. I'm like, oh, I can adapt. I get along with everyone. But I didn't see that in doing that, I was losing my identity so much. I didn't even know who I was anymore. When I'm with this friend, I'm with this person. When I'm with the other friend, I'm a different person. So those two friends couldn't come together because I was two different people with them. So then who was Seraph during that time? Or who was Kim? Whatever I wanted to call myself, who was I? I wasn't sure. I didn't know who I was, you know? And I promise you, you think you know who you are, but you know, as you grow up and you start to realize that you need to stand alone, you start realizing how you actually don't know who you are. You end up caught up in the wrong groups, and high school, that whole high school peer pressure thing continues for the rest of your life if you allow it to, right? Then, kind of decided, okay, went on this self-discovery journey. It was tough, guys. It was rough. Like, wowza, okay? Like tears and everything. And I think it really brought out another side of me. I'm still on the journey. And I've always said this during my videos that it's not like this. There's no level of perfection to hit, because we experience different things on a daily basis. Whatever I experience today, I'm going to have to heal from tomorrow. So there's no place to reach, oh my gosh, you gotta be at this level. But it's really amazing to just know yourself, your image. And the reason why I use the word modified is because I don't necessarily think that your image needs to change. But when you modify something, you look at it and you analyze it and you sort of decide, what is it about this thing that is real or not? What can I deal with? What can I not do? So you kind of extrapolate certain things and you add certain things, but I don't expect myself to change. Like physically, I'm definitely not going to change drastically. There are not a lot of things that I can change physically. And let's say I was teased about certain things as a child. There are not a lot of things that I'm going to be able to change physically, right? However, those things that I can control, I will control. The things that I can't control, I need to learn to accept, And I think that's what Image Modified is for me personally, as the founder of Image Modified. Image Modified is just the name of the business, the company, whatever you want to call it, has a story behind it. It has an identity of its own. And standing back and just saying, I want to share my story. I want to encourage people to share their story. It excites me. It makes me very happy. And guys, I really hope that we can go on this journey together. I know I've been mumbling on and on and on and on. Anyway, this is the first part of the identity crisis, and this is me just introducing you to Image Modified, introducing you to Seraph. This is Seraph, Kim, everyone in one. There's no longer separate people, but I really hope that you enjoy our videos, and really welcome to our channel. When I say our, a lot of people ask me, how many are you? I have a vision for this business, a huge vision for it. And I've started speaking into its future. And so when you hear me saying our, I'm talking about the future. And I hope you can play along. Bye guys. Thank you for pressing play. See you in the next video. Bye.